Hey there, CJ Math students, and welcome to classwork homework 7.13, irrational number fluency. We went over this again because it seemed like we were struggling a little bit. So I'm going to do the front side with you just like we did in class. Watch this video if you were absent or still need some help. So first row we did together in class. I started you with 350%. Really easy to start off with the picture. You have 3 holes, and then 50%, right, is just going to be a half. So 3 holes and 1/2, and that's how I got my picture 3.5. I then jumped to A.2. Picture gave me 3 and 1/2, right? 3 holes filled in, 1/2 filled in right there, so that's 3.5. And then dropped to A1 to change a mixed number to an improper fraction. 3 times 2, add it to 1, so that gives you 7/2. The denominator times the whole number, add it to the numerator. Keep the denominator. Another fraction, I just chose to multiply by 2. For a decimal, you can look at it 2 ways. You can think, how do I convert a percent to a decimal? Start at the end of the percent, swoop 2 times back. That will get you 350. It's always 2 times to the left. Or you could take a look at your fraction, right? I have 3.5, I have 3 holes, and 1/2 I've memorized as 0.50. A couple different ways to go about it. For A5, you could either add a 0 or detach a 0, so I just detached one. And then I chose to take half the fraction because it was easiest for me. 7/2 divided by 2/1. Make sure you flip it and multiply. Get you 7/4. Got to change it into a mixed number. And then I chose to just double the percent. So 350% plus 350% is 700%. For 2.25, I'm going to start at B2. I'm going to break down my decimal into a mixed number. I have 2 holes. And then 0.25 I memorized as 1/4. So 2 and 1/4. I will then change 2 and 1/4 into an improper fraction. 2 times 4 is 8, so I get 9/4. Then jumped to my another fraction. 2 and 1/4 just times 2. To 2 and 2/8. Jump to another decimal, just add a 0 this time, or attach a 0. Because that's going to be the same exact thing as 2.25, so 2.250. For a percent, I'm going to write my original decimal, 2.25. Start from the decimal, and if percent to decimal is start at the end and swoop 2 times to the left, decimal to percent is start at the decimal, swoop 2 times to the right. So 225%. My picture should be easy. I'm just doing 2 and 1/4, so there is 2 holes. Then I'm going to divide it up into fourths. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 1/4 looks like that. Okay. Hopefully yours is a little bit neater than mine. To take half, I like doing the fraction. 9/4 divided by 2/1. Flip it. Becomes 9/4 times 1/2. Get you 9/8. That's unacceptable, right? We got to have a mixed number, so 8 goes into 9 one time with 1 left over, 1 and 1/8, right? And for double it, I'll just do the decimal this time. 2.25 plus 2.25. This gets you 50 there, 4.50. Okay. Last row, 9/5 might be easiest just to go right into your mixed number. How many times does 5 go into 9, right? Always denominator into numerator. Goes in there one time with 4 left over, so 1 4/5. Might be easiest after you get 1 4/5 down to jump to the picture. I don't know, right? So 1 hole and then fifths. So 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and then we want to shade in 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And if you divided this up into fifths, right, you'll notice that you have 9/5 altogether, right? Another fraction should be easy. 1 4/5 times 2 times 2, so that's 1 8/10. You can choose whatever factor you want to multiply by. The decimal should be easy. Even if you haven't memorized your fifths, right, you got 8/10 there, which should just be 1.8, right? So 1 whole and 4/5, hopefully you memorize as 0.8. But even if you didn't, you can just look at C3 there, 1.8. Just attach a 0. For this last one, which is 1.80, and again for percent to decimal, start from the decimal, swoop 2 times to the right. So empty space gets a 0, 180%. Sorry about not having the answer line there. For take half, I'm actually just going to take half of the percentage this time. I know what half of 180 is. Just think of half of 18. If half of 18 is 9, half of 180 is going to be 90%. And last one
If you don't
is
think this is going to be the best Wednesday in history,
nice little
you got another thing coming.
message from Mr. Beckley there. Last one is going to take double it. I'm going to double my fraction here. 9 over 4 times 2 over 1 gets me 18 over 5. And then we got to change that. So how many times is 5 going to 18? Goes in there 3 times with 3 left over. So 3 3/5. All right, that's it. Call me if you have questions.